What's happening, guys? Cooper Carter here for G66, and on this week's season finale of Fractal Friday, we're taking a look at the final installment in this year's Gift of Tone series from Fractal Audio, a live preset from a player who truly needs no introduction, the one and only Mr. Neal Schon. The last few weeks have seen some pretty amazing sounds released during Fractal Audio's Gift of Tone series, and I encourage you guys to check out fractalaudio.com/Gift of Tone to play through all of this and last year's Gift of Tone offerings. But in a way, it feels like it's somewhat all been leading up to this, the release of by far the #1 most requested sound from a Fractal artist, the live preset used by Neal Schon that he and I have spent the last many years working on, tweaking, adjusting, bringing things in and out of, adding and taking away features to and from to fit his varying approach to how he likes to play night to night and how he likes to put on a journey show. When you first download this preset from the Gift of Tone site, you may be surprised by just how straightforward it is. It's really only 3 main sounds with some effects, and those effects are sometimes living in the Fractal, other times they live in the physical world, and they're pulled from Neal's absolutely incredible collection of stomp boxes, both new boutiques and classic old vintage gear that he'll bring back sometimes after years. He is an absolute king of gear, and it's always fun to see what he pairs with these Fractal sounds to get some really interesting interactions between the physical world and the digital world. So like I said, 3 main sounds, a couple different effects for you guys to play around with. The only things missing from this preset are 1, Neal's fingers, and of course the talent required to actually play like Neal Schon. We are all still working on that. But for Journey fans and Neal Schon fans, this is gonna be a fun look under the hood, and I hope you guys have fun playing around with this preset. So I'm on the Axe-Fx 3 here, but Neal's Gift of Tone is the exact same preset across the Axe-Fx 3, FM9, and FM3, with one small exception. Since the 9 and the 3 only allow 1 pitch block, you will see that this octave divider effect is missing from that preset. So let's take a look at this preset. As I mentioned, there are 3 main tones. They are based all off of the Brit JVM OD1, which is of course based off of the Marshall JVM 410, a legendary head multi-channel. We have the green channel, the orange, and the red, and those just go up in gain. So this first scene here is the green channel, but before we listen to it, I want to point out the most important thing about setting up this preset, which is that this delay and this reverb are always on in all of these scenes, but the input gain, the send, so to speak, to this delay and the input gain or the send to this reverb are both attached to external 2 by default. Now you can go into the setup menu of your unit and assign external 2 to a pedal, for example, if you'd like. But what I'm going to do is just go ahead and reassign this external 2 to my pedal that's plugged into my first FC. So FC1 pedal 2. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, FC1 pedal 2. And then the wah in this preset is assigned to external 1. So I'm going to go ahead and assign that to FC1 pedal 1. And now you'll see that really the main feature of this preset and what Neal uses a ton live is this input gain on the reverb and the delay. So the preset's completely dry here. And if I put the pedal all the way up, we have full delay and reverb, the delay at a 25% mix and the reverb at a 25% mix. We've got the digital stereo here, and we've got the strato cumulus reverb. The delay is tied to the tap tempo here, so you can go ahead and tap different tempos and get different values here at a quarter note of the tempo. So this is our first scene. It's the green, it's very clean. We have the same cabinet across all of the scenes for sonic continuity, which is something I really like to do. This is a really nice clean tone. Again, as you heard at the beginning, you can use it for lights. Kind of got the pedal in the middle for a little bit of delay and reverb. We could take it all the way up. And remember that since this pedal is controlling the input gain of the delay and the reverb, not the mix, you can use this to bring in reverb and delay for certain parts and bring it back out, but those parts will still carry over. So the delay and the reverb are, in a sense, recording what you're playing, and then as you pull this pedal down, it's finishing out that recording. So it's really, really nice to bring up at the end of solos, for example, and then bring it back down to a lower value as you return to the verse. With the delay and the reverb all the way up on this clean, I always think of like the bridge on Cinder My Love, for example. And then, of course, if you wanted to add some effects in, we've got a chorus here. And then a pitch block that's set up as a harmonizer. Two different flavors, and Neal brings those in and out, kind of depending on what he's feeling on different parts. Let's move up to the orange channel, and this is much more overdriven. And you see, as I was playing that riff, I started off dry and then kind of slowly moved this delay and reverb send up as I kind of got to the pre-chorus section there. So one of the things that Neal is a huge fan of is constantly working the volume knob. So he may actually stay on this kind of mid-gain or even the higher gain scene for an entire song and use the volume knob's dynamics to create a clean sound, without even switching down to the green, for example. So I'll switch over to my Les Paul here, but if we have the volume all the way up, it's very, very hot, but if we wind the volume down, we can get a much cleaner sound. So from clean to overdriven to a lead, all on that one sound just by working the volume knob on the guitar. Let's move up to the third scene, which is red, the most overdriven channel. And there is a ton of gain on tap here in the JVM on the red channel. Lots and lots of gain. That would be much more likely a lead sound. We could kick on this wah, which is based on the Vox V845, one of my favorite wahs of all time. Really great sound. So let's check out this final fourth scene here, a reverse lead. This is just the red channel of the JVM, but the delay here has been switched from digital stereo to a reverse delay. And this is a really cool sound, and Neal loves reverse delay. So this is in here as a second delay choice. And I've gone ahead and turned on a drive here. And this drive is the Fuzz face. And this drive pedal here on drive 1 actually has 4 different channels that are all modeled after some of Neal's favorite pedals that he likes to put in the rig. Again, either in Fractal land or a physical real pedal out in front of the rig. So we've got up first the face fuzz, of course, based on the classic Fuzz face pedal, one of my all-time favorites. We've got a tube drive 3 knob on this channel, which is based on the Butler tube drive. On channel C, we've got a super overdrive, of course, based on the classic Boss pedal. And then on channel D, we've got the Sir Riot. So lots of different flavors of drive pedal here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this reverse delay sounds like. A little bit of a different kind of effect when the delays kind of pile up and start playing in reverse. It can really create a cool atmosphere around a lead. So let's drop back down to this orange scene here, and I'll turn on this drive. We can check out some of these flavors. So no drive at all. Turn on the fuzz face. Really nice heating up there. Try the tube drive. A really aggressive sound to really stick out. Got the Super OD. I love that one because it really brings out pinch harmonics. And then this last one, the Sir Riot. Incredibly smooth. We'll kick the delay and the reverb back on, and that's just awesome. And then last but not least, just for a little fun, we've got this octave divider. Neal really likes to use this alongside the looper during sound check to create a cool loop with a bass type tone and then solo over it to warm up. Really fun to watch that happen. I hope you guys enjoyed this look through Neal's live preset. Do make sure to download this gift of tone and explore the preset for yourself. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me this year for season 2 of Fractal Friday, and I look forward to many more episodes in 2024. And as always, if you guys want to get the absolute most out of your Fractal Audio Systems unit, whether that's the Axe-Fx 3, the FM9, or the FM3, make sure to visit classes.coopercarter.com for my complete Fractal Audio Masterclass series. If you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to G66's channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what you would like to see on an episode of Fractal Friday come 2024. For all things Fractal Audio, keep it right here on G66, and I will see you guys on Fractal Friday in the new year.